Introducing first, weighing in at 190 pounds from the Bronx, New York, this is Louie Tremont. And his opponent now residing in White Plains, New York, weighing in at 210 pounds, this is Chris Minyon!
Well, just like we saw earlier on with Chris Romano and Pete Simmons, these two men are also very evenly matched. I may have even been off on the weight. I think Minyon dropped a few pounds. Bell is gone, and it's official. I mean, look at these guys. They could be brothers.
Yes. And this match is probably going to go a lot quicker than we can call it.
I'll do my best. Collar elbow tie up into a side headlock now. Minyon on top in the early going. I don't expect him to stay there long with Louie Tremont, the Bronx native, shoulder block. The size and strength advantage goes to Chris Minyon in this matchup, but only by a little, really.
I don't expect either one to actually dominate the match. I expect it to be a lot of back and forth, similar to what we saw with Pete Simmons and Chris Romano.
And remember in that match, Pete Simmons, he may have pulled out the victory had he not been sidetracked by that blood when he went into that corner. He cut his nose on that metal support beam there. And sometimes when you're bleeding, you don't think for a second, and that's how he got caught with that stun gun. But I believe we will find out next month, or whenever the next show is, what's going to be the case with that top wrist lock now. Both of these men trying to control that hold, and right now it's Tremont able to out-wrestle the more world-traveled Minyon. You have to say Minyon has done more in this business thus far than Louie Tremont.
Yes, like I mentioned earlier, Minyon's been all over the world, Japan, Mexico, the Caribbean, won several titles everywhere. Tremont, he's coming along. He actually reminds me of Minyon when Minyon first started out.
That was a complicated hold there, a short arm scissor, and Tremont got to that bottom rope. As a matter of fact, you may be absolutely right. We may be seeing a younger Minyon. Can you imagine wrestling your younger self? I mean, myself and my brother Hans Alexander, we always think, hey, what would it be like to wrestle one another? But I think that's physically impossible. Test of strength here, the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Not only a test of strength, but really a test of core training. And man, that was well done.
Is Hans younger or older?
He is slightly older. As you can see, he has more gray hair than I do.
Older by a couple of months.
Also physically impossible. Minyon.
Not if you have different mothers.
Fine. Minyon took a second there to regroup. I don't think Tremont would have done that. It is perhaps the 8+ years that Minyon has been in this business that lends to his ring psychology. But right here, will it be the younger lion able to outwit? And no! Well done there, you see. And now these guys are trying to pick up the pace. Oh, grabbed an arm drag out of it. Well done. Minyon coming in. Forearm right to the face. Cut him off. Oh, never mind. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Crossbody went right into the calf kick, and both of these men putting on a clinic right here in the Ace Arena in Union City, New Jersey.
If you're familiar with the old game Mortal Kombat, this is like a mirror match.
The mirror match was the most unfair thing on the entire planet. Followed by the endurance match and the four-armed zombie guy from another planet match.
Goro.
Right, Goro. Sure he was. Has that suplex hooked, vertical. Oh, man. Oh, wow, and just dropped him. Oh, wait, no. Great recovery there. Let's see if he can do the same. Go behind. Waistlock, O'Connor, roll. No, does not get him. Tremont now coming in. Oh, drove him down with that headlock takedown.
This is basically experience versus youth.
You know what? It looks a little bit more like Tremont is trying to wrestle more of a, I can't quite put my finger on the word, but a different style. Not exactly the way you would expect a professional wrestler of the same caliber to come at you.
You mean he's wrestling more conservative, more smarter?
No. Quite the opposite. He's wrestling sort of, what's it called?
Reckless?
I wouldn't say reckless either, but it's in the same family. You know what? Let's move on. Minyon now, lateral press almost. Minyon will not change his style in this matchup. How many matches has he won just by being himself? Nice head scissor there.
You see Minyon's experience is coming into play. He's slowing him down. That's what he's going to do. That's what you got to do against a guy like Louie Tremont.
Well, in fact, Tremont indeed knows the counter to this hold, but it is the leg strength of Chris Minyon. Oh, there it is. Use the bridge. Could not keep those shoulders down. Trying to catch Minyon, trying to make him make a mistake. I don't know how likely that is, but we'll see as time goes on. And oh my God. Head scissor buster there. Minyon coming in. Oh, Shining Wizard.
Wow. Did he just hump the back of his head?
Okay, I have two things to say about that. First off, not at my table. Second off, hump. Where have you been? We still say hump?
Yes, we still say hump. I'm from the old school.
Sure, that school burned down years ago.
So no humping at your table?
No, not at my table. Stiff forearm strike to the jaw may be enough, and no. Does not quite get Louie Tremont on that exchange. But I think Minyon now, we're seeing a couple of signs of frustration. Minyon may be sensing that Louie Tremont's throwing something at him in more of a disrespectful manner. That's what I was looking for. Trying to wrestle him a little bit more disrespectfully than you would imagine, because both of these men so far have kept it on the up and up.
You normally would expect a younger guy to have respect for the veteran, but not in this case, really.
Well, I've talked to Louie Tremont. He believes that he is better than everybody, and he will show you right there with that springboard moonsault. Did he get enough? One. No, not at all.
He also, being younger and less experienced, has a lot more to prove than Minyon.
That's absolutely true, but another match that is gracing this great building that has housed some of the greatest wrestlers of the last 10 years.
Last 10 years, some of the greatest? I'll buy that, but I haven't wrestled here yet.
We're selling DVDs out the door. I'm sure that the Prince box set will be here shortly in a Sabat kick.
DVDs, you say? I just happen to be the guy to get you a good deal on some DVDs.
You don't happen to have the Night Poopers, do you? Because that is a rare title.
Speaking of Night Poopers, I actually have the 2-year anniversary collector's edition. It has been 2 years to this day when the Night Poopers was first released.
It, in fact, has happy anniversary, Princey.
When those five guys got lost upstate on the mountain, remember?
Hell of a house. Those 5 guys. I think one of my relatives was there. Anywho, burying the knee into the spine there with the chin lock. Shut up. I'm James Alexander. Looking at me, thinking I'm somebody else that I'm not. That's why I kicked your leg out of your leg. Trying to work out of the chin lock here, and does. Getting a full head of steam, but Minyon returned the favor from earlier on, buried the knee, the kitchen sink, and Minyon has a plethora of aerial maneuvers. Which one will it be? Whoa, diving headbutt does not connect.
I wasn't expecting Minyon to pull off a move like that, being as smart and wise as he is against a young guy.
Well, I'm sure Minyon could have also tried out a frog splash or something else, but maybe felt that Tremont does have the age and energy to move. Count of 5 here.
I wasn't expecting him to go to the top at all. I was expecting him to keep this kind of grounded.
Well, you were talking about Tremont earlier on having something to prove. Don't you think Minyon has something to prove? If there's a clone of himself just working his way up in the ranks?
Almost deaf. If somebody popped up and acted like me, oh, I would want to shut him down immediately.
Princey just said most deaf.
Yes.
Scoop and a slam there. What can Tremont do with him? And buried that leg drop.
Kind of like how they shut down LimeWire. That's what Minyon wants to do to Tremont.
You know, I noticed that, and I couldn't download any more music from Hans's videos. Has an arm trap there and a side headlock. Well done.
Because Minyon is just like the record companies. He's against imitations and piracy.
Excellent segue. Princey tried for the cover there, could not get him. And as you can see earlier on, you saw Tremont working out of holds, and now it is indeed Minyon who has to get physical. Minyon now has a half Nelson. Maybe looking for a half Nelson driver. He's got it. Yeah! Half Nelson sit out driver. 1, 2. It's no!
What? I was expecting it to be over. I guess Tremont has a lot of guts. With youth comes guts.
And with youth comes those ever perky discs in your neck and all those lovely amenities you might have at the age of 20, 21, 22.
19.
You start wearing off about 25, 26, 27. Irish whip to the corner now. On the apron, but Tremont on his feet. Came in with the head scissor and beautiful. Took the more experienced luchador with that maneuver. Oh, hammer toe. That's it. He's going to beat Minyon right here. 1, 2.